What's going on, guys? This is Kevin Cave Gaming and welcome back to a brand new video of Black Desert Mobile. Guys, in today's video I will be showing you guys how to build your stats and your branch damage. Guys, this is one of the things that being asked the most for some of y'all that just some of you guys that just started playing, like what branch damage should I use or how to max out my critical hit damage, blah blah blah, things like that. And guys, it is extremely important to build a correct stats for your character. So guys, in today's video I will be showing you guys how to build your stats and what is the best branch damage for you to use. Alright guys, let's dive into today's video. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is your attack speed, move speed, and your critical chance. So these three stats are fairly easy to max out. You will mainly receive these stats from your gears, enchantments, as well as your accessories. So guys, if you can get a full set of Jin gear and orange accessories, then these three stats will pretty much be maxed. And if not, you can still max them out by doing some enchantments. And guys, if you go to the enchanting page right here, and if you click on a piece of your gear and hit down this button on the top left corner, enchantment list, it will show you guys what enchantment you will be able to get for each piece of your gear as well as accessories. So that way you can have a more clear direction on what enchantment you want on each gear. However, I do not recommend you guys to enchant stats on your main weapon and sub weapon and your armor. The reason of that is because these are the only three gears you will be able to enchant CP stats on. So guys, I suggest you guys to get CP stats from these three pieces instead of regular branch stats. Alright guys, the next thing I want to talk about is your critical hit damage. So a lot of you guys might be using the critical alchemy stone to help max out some of your max out your critical hit damage. However, I do not recommend you guys to do that, because if you're only maxing out your critical hit damage by using the alchemy stone, and whenever you're doing PvP, you will need to put on the PvP stone, and you will actually lose that 50% of critical hit damage, and that way you will deal way less damage than you're doing before when you're doing player versus player. So guys, what I recommend you guys to do is to max out your critical hit damage by using light stones and enchantments, or even tier 5 pets. So guys, for each orange light stones, you have a chance to get around plus 8% critical hit damage, and you can get up to plus 15% for red light stones. So when you're beating light stones, you want to keep an eye on your critical hit damage. And guys, another way to get critical hit damage is through your enchantment. So guys, some of your gears are able to receive critical hit damage. Again, you can check them in the enchantment list to see them. And you can get critical hit damage on all of your accessory enchantments as well. However, if you guys are lucky and was able to get a tier 5 pet with the special skill with plus critical hit damage, then it will help out a lot to max out your critical hit damage. And a lot of people considering these this kind of pet is the best pet you can get. So guys, if you check out my alchemy stone right here, I'm actually not wearing the critical hit damage stone, but my critical hit damage is still maxed. So guys, do not rely on the alchemy stone to max out your critical damage. That way you'll be able to use whatever stones you want to get that extra stats. Like I can get this extra 500 HP from this stone and still be able to max out my critical hit damage. So guys, that will be my advice on building your stats. And next we're going to talk about branch damage. Okay, so guys, for your branch damage, people have done a DPS test before on all four of them, and number one damage dealing branch is the AL all damage. So guys, no matter what class you are, make sure you max out your AL damage. It will help you a lot on dealing a lot of damages. And the second damage dealing branch damage would be the Labrave damage, but only with maxed out critical hit damage. So guys, Labriev will deal more damage than a heap when your critical damage is maxed out, and the heap will be the third place and when it comes to damage dealing. And at the end, Seret or Seret, however you want to call it, is the most useless branch damage because it does not give you any boost, damage boost. What it does is it will increase your target numbers, which means you can hit more targets at one time. So guys, the way to find out what's the best branch damage that will fit for you is to go to your skill page and click on each of them to see what's your option for for branch damage for each skill. And for example, most of my skills are AL damage and Labriev damage, so the best two branch that will fit for me will be all and Labriev. So guys, if you are questioning what branch is the best for you, then be sure you check out your skill page, and this is how you find out. Okay guys, after talking about how to choose your branch damage, and now we are going to talk about how to max out your branch damage. So guys, out of all 4 branch damage you want, you need to choose 2 that are the best fit for your class and to max them out. So for me, I am using all and Labriev. So guys, 3 main things to help you to max out your branch damage will be your crystal, lightstone, and enchantments. So when you are choosing your crystals, you want to be sure that each crystal that you equip, you have at least one CP stats and 1 branch damage. So as you can see right here, most of my crystals are all and Labriev. So yeah guys, this is the most important step for you to max out your branch damage. And after you have a full set of crystals, if your branch damage is still not maxed, then you need to look into the lightstones that you are using. And you can also get a decent amount of branch damage boost from your lightstone. Like this one, I get 5.55% all damage. So after that, if your branch damage is still not maxed, then you can get more branch damage from gear enchantment. Like right here, I have my boots enchanted with Labriev to help max out my Labriev damage. And one important tip here guys, so make sure you get your branch damage stats evenly. You don't want to over max out 1 branch damage. That way you will be wasting a crystal slot or a lightstone slot for the other branch damage. So guys, make sure you guys are always calculating and know what you need to max out your stats. Alright guys, that will be it for today's video, and hopefully my tips will help some of you guys out. And please leave a like and comment down below if you have any questions on how to build your stats, and please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.